rankings. I'm going to go first, Craig.
Okay, take
I'll
off.
turn it over to you. I'm going to start at the bottom, and it is Kansas State. Fired coach. Of course, I think some of these other coaches are on their way to being fired. But I do think that Jerome Tang and where Kansas State is right now, they're 16. Utah, 15. Either one of those could be 16. They're both really bad. Colorado, Oklahoma State, 14-13. I've got Arizona State up at 12 right now. And maybe that's just me getting Texas Tech a little bit of a better win, but Oklahoma State I've been frustrated with in the last week and a half. I'm going to take Cincinnati at 11, West Virginia up to 10, Baylor at 9. But again, as we've said for a month now, the bottom 8 is starkly the bottom 8.
Yeah.
Then you go kind of the next tier of UCF, which honestly, I think they've evened off a little bit after a couple of big wins. I've got TCU at 7, and that is a big projection. I think they're going to finish strong. They've already got a big win over Iowa State. So with that schedule, again, they could get to 10 Big 12 wins. They could finish above 500. They are likely a tournament team. And I potentially, maybe not this next week, but the week after, could even have BYU further down, but they're at 6 today. This Richie Saunders thing I think is big for them. Kansas at 5. Texas Tech at 4. And then I'm reserving the right, Craig, to reassess next Tuesday.
Okay.
Because these top 3 teams right now, along with Texas Tech at 4, you could put them in any order.
Yep.
Today, I've got Iowa State 3, even though they just beat Houston. I think if you played in Houston, it's a bigger margin for Houston. I think if you played neutral site, Houston wins. I still have Houston ahead of Iowa State. And then Arizona, coming off 2 losses, still number 1 to me, though 1 through 4 right now in the Big 12. Slice them, dice them, cut them, switch them around. It's 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and really any order I would not complain about.
Totally agree.
But my rankings right now, based on how I think things finish, Arizona, Houston, Iowa State, Texas Tech.
Totally agree. But not so fast.
Okay.
I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to tell you K-State has solidified that position for me. You just pencil it in. It's there.
We're going Sharpie?
Yeah.
Even past the pencil. We're going Sharpie.
Yeah. We'll go Sharpie. Yeah. Mark it in. Arizona State's a second. Injuries, lame duck coach for all apparent purposes. And I think the next 2, Utah and Colorado, I think all 4 of those could have coaching changes. I really do. Baylor, I just don't know who Baylor is. They're not near what I think they should be, but I'm going to go Baylor. I'm going to go Oklahoma State, and what gives them a little bit of edge over Baylor is what they did to BYU, and that was pretty impressive, even though it was at home. To score 99 points against them, I thought was pretty impressive. Cincinnati, they're just there. I think they're good at home. They're going to beat somebody they're not supposed to, but other than that, they're just Cincinnati. West Virginia, a good basketball team. I think they're playing for a chance to be in the tournament. I think they're on the bubble right now, but I think they're on the high side of that bubble. I think if they finish up strong, win a game or 2 in the tournament, I think they're an NCAA tournament team. I think right now the team that these next 2, I would put them together. TCU and UCF, I think, are the same team. I think they're at home. They're capable of beating anybody. And if they shoot the ball well, like most teams on the road, they could beat you. All right, and then it starts the interesting part. BYU, I'm putting them right now as 6th, but I got a feeling by this time next week they could be 8 or 7 or 8 and maybe even further. But I just think Saunders is a huge, huge part of their offense, and it takes away from A.J. DeBansta, and I just I think people can now double team DeBansta and do some things that's going to hurt them offensively. Now here's where it gets interesting to me. I think Kansas, because of the unknown of their star player, of whether he's going to play a lot or not, then I've got Houston on top of them. I've got Houston down at number 4.
Okay.
And what I try to do with the top 5 is I try to take out the standings, take out the previous games, and just look at them as a team, and who do you think the best teams are? I've got Iowa State is 3, Texas Tech is 2, and Arizona is 1. Just by the eye test, in my eyes, I think Arizona's got the most complete team. They've got size, they've got shooting ability, they play good defense, and they play according to their personnel. Along those same lines is Texas Tech. The only thing, the missing ingredients, is size, but they have neutralized that with their great team defense when they've needed it. Kravis was, he was almost a no factor or very little factor at 7-1 in that game. And then Iowa State, I think they're good at home. I don't know how good they're going to be on the road.
So you got Iowa State 3.
3.
Okay.
And Houston 4 because of what they got coming up.
Yeah.
Arizona and Kansas back to back. I think this time next week they may have 2 more losses. I really do.
It would be, yeah, it would be interesting. I still think, Tuesday is the best opportunity, and maybe the Tuesday after is the best opportunity for Texas Tech to come in here and be number 1 in our power rankings.
No doubt.
Because every team ahead of you has tougher games than Texas Tech has.
Right.
Which is, we were talking about earlier, hold and serve. Lucas?
I know you guys have Kansas State at 16, but I have Utah. They still have 9. They don't even have 10 wins this season. They're 0-8 on the road, 7-game losing streak. Whichever one.
That's a legitimate.
Yeah, they're both.
They're both
very
bad. So I've got Utah and K-State, and then I got Baylor at 14, Arizona State, Colorado, Oklahoma State, and Cincinnati 13 through 10. But those are just kind of there. 9 through 6, I've got TCU, UCF, West Virginia, and BYU. Just kind of like Craig said, just kind of waiting on what happens with BYU in the next week or two. And then 5, I also have Kansas, just like Rob. I got Tech at 4, Iowa State at 3, Arizona at 2, and Houston at 1.